Welcome to this video all about photography goals. It's something that has a great deal of potential power behind it. It really has the power, setting photography goals has the power really to transform your photography experience, something that can be incredibly motivating and exciting. But before we jump in, let's talk about why goal setting can be just so powerful in your photography. It boils down essentially to it gives you massive direction. If you're ever feeling directionless, you enjoy your photography, but it's lacking a bit of direction. If you're lacking a bit of motivation around your photography, think, oh, I must get out with that tripod. Oh, I must get out with my lens, etc. But it's not kind of happening. It's more in your head. And perhaps you're wanting to improve certain skills in your photography or experiment with a bit of different types of creativity. Setting these goals really gives you motivation and it actually accelerates your progress massively. There are various types of goals that you can set in photography. It could be mastering a new technique, exploring a different genre than perhaps what you've been normally photographing. It could be sharing your images with more people. I'll share with you one of my photography goals. I do some stock photography, and my goal is to get another 100 photos up online by the end of this year. A number of them will be still live. So I set up a home studio with natural light, natural window light, which I really enjoy working with. It's amazing what you can do. It can be a lot of fun. And it can be very stimulating. So my goal is to get 100 shots, and it won't just be still lifes, it'll also be some on location stuff as well. But that's one of my goals, get 100 photos up online as part of my stock photography. Now let's talk about how to set effective photography goals. And I'm not always a big fan of the SMART criteria. If you know anything about goal setting, you may well be familiar with the SMART criteria. But I think in this case, with photography goals, it can work really, really well, which is essentially starting with something very specific and it's making it measurable. It needs to be achievable, something that so it might be a bit of a push, but at the same time, you know you can do it. It's not something off the stratosphere. You can build to those types of goals, but to kick it all off with making it something that you can see as achievable. But as I say, don't be afraid of something that is a bit of a push, but still at the idea you can see yourself achieving it. Make it relevant and make it time bound. Use the example of the goal that I've set. It's very specific. It's about 100 stock photos. There's your measuring. So it's a very specific outcome. It's measurable. It is achievable. It will be a bit of push. It's a very busy time of year and everything, but I want to do it, and it is achievable. It's relevant because it's something that it's relevant in the sense that it's something that I want to achieve. It's something I want to add to. I'm building on the work that's already there, and it's certainly time bound. By the end of this year, it's to be done. I want to challenge you to set a photography goal. It could be anything from trying a new technique. It could be starting a 30-day photo project, something that you've been always wanting to do. Might be a goal around actually sharing your photos that you've already got. You want to share it more with others. Whatever it is, share goals in the comments. And if you're struggling to decide, take your time. This is something not to be rushed. Take your time, think about your photography goals. If you are struggling to decide, check out my 7-day challenge video and do that to kick it all off with. It's a great 7-day challenge. Check it out. I'll put a link in the description to that particular video and use that. And then you can always then go off after doing that one to use that as inspiration to then set your own particular goals. So that's it for today's video. But just be aware, I can't emphasize enough that setting goals can truly elevate your photography game. It can be so stimulating. It can add another whole dimension to your photography, if you like. It can be so much fun. It's something very specific that you're working for, and it motivates you. So naturally you get more involved in your photography and everything feeds off itself, if you like, that you become more motivated, you get better at your photography, the whole thing moves along at a much greater pace too, by the way. So don't forget to hit the like button. And if you found this video helpful, do subscribe for more content. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep taking photos, keep chasing those goals, and happy photography.